Hello, this is Tia. Welcome to another video. Now, you might be aware that I've made a video labelled important. Now, unless for some reason that video hasn't uploaded, which I'm sorry, a piece of very great media has been lost forever. Unless then, yeah. So, you know that I am in dire need of subs to create CY, but I'm not exactly sure what to talk about. Now, don't expect videos like this all the time. I'm a not very busy man, and occasionally I have to cut the audio because my parents are downstairs, and it would be very unprofessional for them to just walk in. My dog's being like, I think they drive the dog downstairs. So yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah, well, you know what's really annoying nowadays? NFTs. They're like everywhere. I learned from that path that maybe it's a Poppy Playtime, which actually I think is a quite cringe game, released NFTs. Like, bro, what? Why? What? Because, like, literally you could just put them on your wall, but you have to pay to technically own the rights to them. That is literally daylight robbery, guys, wake up! And another thing is, Terraria, bro, we need more of them. But I'm gonna tell you the full lore of Terraria. So basically, the gods created worlds, and they wanted like everyone to be equal, but the worlds developed these things called the corruption, Hallow and Crimson. Hallow wants to equalize life at all cost. Ever heard that one before? But instead of a snap, what it wishes to do, actually, I'm not sure what it wishes to do. I'm unsure how it wants to take this. Sorry, got a bit of a cough. But yeah, it just wants to equalize all life, but using the wrong methods. Like, yeah. But the corruption once all life has been taken over by it, it wants to destroy life on the world of Terraria. And the Hallow, it's kinda good, but anyway, well, there was once the, like, very exposing clothed green woman called the Dryads, and then there was also this big scary monster called Cthulhu, but the Dryads couldn't kill Cthulhu, so they did the next best thing, gave him surgery, and like, yeah, they took away his eyes, his brain, and basically everything else. So yeah, that was annoying. All the Dryads died except for one, who really wanted to cleanse the world, but sadly, the way she did it wasn't good. Now, it seemed like the Dryads should probably have an ability to, you know, just cleanse it with their fingers or something. But yeah, she used purification powder, but she didn't even use it, she just gave it to some people. But then along came a steampunker. I always like to imagine it's like, oh wait, no, I haven't gotten to that character yet. But the steampunker had invented a really good way to cleanse the world. Green solution, I think it is. It's unknown whether she invented it or she just took it. But whatever happened, oh my god, crafting table army! No, crafting table army is not something that happened. but there was a goblin army, but we'll get to that bit later. Now remember, this is all official canon lore. But anyway, the steampunker did have some good ideas. And there was also a super genius called the mechanic. And I always like to believe that the mechanic and the steampunk are worst enemies and literally hate each other. But there are things like armies of goblins and underground monster plants and horrific but very easy to kill monstrosities in the depths of the jungle, but the lore hasn't been made about them. Anything could happen with them. That story is up to you or until MatPat complains and the developers make lore part 2. But Moon Lord or Cthulhu was basically banished to the moon, Moon Lord, but he was worshipped by a nerd called the lunatic cultist. Now the lunatic cultist wanted to please Cthulhu at basically any cost, so he broke some human rights and kidnapped a genius called the mechanic, who have already gone on, and forced her to build the body parts of Cthulhu. Now, she never got around to completely finishing it, but she created, not by her own will, but she created 3 mechanical monstrosities: the Destroyer of Worlds, Skeletron Prime, and the Twins. Now, I'm not really sure what Skeletron Prime is, but their twins are 2 mechanical eyes of Cthulhu and very harder to beat. However, the Destroyer, many people first speculated it was something a bit ruder than what it was, but it's a piece of Cthulhu's spine, you dirty-minded people. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then just forget about it. But anyway, there was also an old man who, for some reason, got cursed by an evil skeleton and became Skeleton. And I can't remember how he got it, but he was basically like the mayor, I think, and he habited the dungeon. But while he was possessed, he was the one that kidnapped the mechanic. You feel sorry for her until you realise how much she paid, how much you need to pay to get some wire from her. Now, at some point, some portals opened in the Terraria world, and the Dryad went to a place called Ethiopia, not Ethiopia, the place in Africa, but a place ruled by evil goblins, and that was the crossover event of the century. Apart from, it wasn't, because the Don't Starve crossover was better. But anyway, that's basically it to the story. But you could say that there's more, and I'm going to give you a rundown of basically Terraria. So there's the guide, who is believed to be a member of a society called the Order of the Guide, and he's the only NPC I'm aware of that works for free. He's the first NPC you'll encounter, and is a pretty good character. He is one of my favourites. Then there's the zoologist, who got bitten by a fox and turned into one. She is a bit of a furry, but through no fault of her own. You can build zoos in Terraria with animals in cages, and yeah, there's one unethical thing to do is have her be one of the exhibits. Then there's the merchant, who loves money but isn't exactly one of the greediest characters. He's greedy, but the real greediest is the Goblin Tinkerer, who is a goblin, but very, very greedy one. And then there's the nurse, who is grumpy all the time, and, well, not grumpy, but she's got a very bad attitude. She heals you, but for very high prices. The witch doctor, an ancient lizard guy. Then there's the demolitionist. Not much about him. Oh my god! I thought that was a Terraria. Don't. And I might not get all of them, but then there's the steampunker and the mechanic, who I did mention earlier, but she pays quite a bit for wire, so don't feel too sorry that she was forced against her will to build eldritch monstrosities and tied up in a dungeon and left to die, because that's just an average day in Ohio. But yeah, there's the Clothier, who is, once you defeat the cursed old man, the old man turns into him. But then there's the cyborg, the truffle, the princess. The truffle's more of a like mushroom guy, a fun guy, get it? But yeah, overall Terraria is a pretty good game. So I'm just going to turn off audio because my voice is tired.